Hello and welcome to another episode of the Linux Noob's Adventures on Arch Linux, and in today's episode, as the title card just have shown you, we are going to talk about encrypting a partition. So, we are going to encrypt a partition and not the whole system, only just one part of it, and I am going to show you how to do it on a computer which is optionally used by multiple users. If you are just using it by yourself, it's only your computer, then it's, you're gonna have it more easy. If you want to use like an encrypted partition with multiple users, then you will have to take a little more attention, pay a little more attention to some details. So, first of all, I'm going to work with this Arch test virtual machine here, and so if you are doing it in a virtual machine, I'm just going to show you how I add another hard disk, create a new disk image. Yeah, VDI is good, dynamically allocated, good. It's just going to be a small test, it doesn't matter, just give it 1 GB. Okay, now we can boot up our system, and oh, now everything is getting trippy here. Let me try to get it. Okay. That's much better now. Okay, so let's the system boot up. We have added the extra disk to this, and let's log into our Linux system, into our Arch Linux system. We are going into our graphical environment, of course, but we are going to work almost exclusively in the terminal. I have prepared a few Firefox tabs here for reference. I am, of course, having my own references too for the commands to do. Oh my! And it just closed every tab I opened. Doesn't matter because we can just go through it here. I have nothing else in the history. Here it doesn't have any embarrassing things here. Okay, so of course ArchWiki is going to be our main source of information, and well, in this case ArchWiki is going to be probably the only source of information by which we are going to proceed. So there is this very long article about disk encryption, different methods like block device encryption, when you encrypt either a whole partition or like you make like a disk image file. If you have ever used like CD-ROM images or DVD images, you probably know what I'm talking about. So you make an image file. This is a file of like another, which is an image of another drive, and you apply the encryption on that. Or you can use this TEC file system encryption, which is just basically encrypt files and then you can mount them and, well, decrypt for when they are used. So that's also an option. That's a very flexible option. Of course, it's a little less secure from some perspective than encrypting a whole partition. Whatever, if you want to know your options, here you can read on it. Well, it's the ArchWiki, so it's focused on what you can do on Arch Linux. You can read a lot more on this encryption, and well, it even tells you what these encryption are not defending you against. So a government entity, for example, which not only has the resources to easily pull off any attack they want, but may simply force you to give your key passphrase using various techniques of coercion. And the link to the Wikipedia article of coercion. So the thing is, if you have something on your computer on an encrypted partition that the law enforcement agencies such as police, secret police if you're living in a non-democratic country, or you know, just a regular secret service who might have some hunch that you are hosting some files on your computer. They can come to your house, break into your house, take all your computer away, and if they cannot crack your encryption, they can still beat you into submission to tell them what the password is. So these are things you should always keep in mind. Of course, if you are just going to try to defend some like trade secrets on your computer, like maybe you are having some, you are like a freelancer and have some data on your computer that don't want other people to see about your finances, or you are just a concerned citizen who are concerned that someone else might, you know, take a look at your childhood pictures that you are not ready to share on Facebook, you can, you know, consider your risks and choose an optimal solution for you. And now that we are 6 minutes in this video, let's get into the most important thing. So we are going to use the dm-crypt, which is provided by the Linux kernel, of course, or well, of course, well, it's provided by the Linux kernel. We are going to check encrypting a non-root file system. Basically, this is what we are going to do. So we are going to encrypt an extra partition, maybe an extra data partition, which will contain our sensitive data for our secret projects that we are doing on our computer. We will only go for the manual mounting and unmounting. We are not going to work with the automated one. You can take a look into that if you want to use that. I think maybe it's a better idea to use the automated unlocking and mounting only if you are encrypting your whole file system, because, well, if maybe it's a little security by obscurity, which means that not people who will just boot your computer up, they won't recognize at first look that it has a logged and encrypted partition. So this is what you should be doing if you are encrypting your whole system. This is basically the system which we'll be using, but not exactly, because we have other partitions. So it will be on a partition. It can be on other things too. Oh, this is twice the same thing. Okay. So we are using this crypt setup command with the lux, L-U-K-S, is going to be the method for the encryption. There is something, it is like a, you know, abbreviation of something, which Linux something something something, whatever. You can look it up if you are interested. So these are, it has a lot of options how to encrypt. Does it want you to verify the passphrase when you are setting up a new passphrase, and so on. So this is going to be a crypt setup. So you can see it's always starting with a pound symbol, as they called it in the olden days. So pound symbol, which means that these commands have to be executed as root, which means that if you are not logged in as a root, and you should not be logged in as root, then, well, you will have to use sudo a lot. So personally, I don't really like when you have to do everything as like a root privilege, except when it's like some explicit system administration stuff. But I guess unencrypting drives and mounting drives are kind of, you know, system administration kind of things. So what we're gonna do first is we will check our lsblk, so list our bulk devices, and you can see that the SDB is arrived here. So we added this to the virtual machine. Maybe you have, you know, like a separate hard drive in your computer, or a separate partition that it will be. Of course, if it's separate partition, it will be kind of like that. Anyways, so we will have to, of course, first do something with this to create a partition. SDB, yeah, and we are just going to create a new partition. Everything is default. Maybe we call it secret, so no one knows it's secret. And then just write it. You type yes. You have to type yes, not just the letter Y. And the CG disk creates the partition, so let's quit. And let's check, and now if you type in lsblk, now you can see that, so this line, so now we have a partition that is alive on this disk. Okay, so now we have to make the lux or LUKS container on the disk, and this we will use the command here, not here, but here, crypt setup open device name. So this is the device, this is how it's mapped on our system. What? No. We need to lux format first. I am terribly sorry. So this is where we're starting. Yeah. So we will invoke the crypt setup with two options. Of course, it's gonna be sudo, because we have to be the root. Sudo crypt setup -y -v. So -y and -v are the options. -y is asking for the password twice, so if in case you make a mistake typing, then it will reject if the two trials are not the same. This is for Y, and V is going to give us a verbose output, and the command is lux capital F format and dev/dev/sdx. SDB is going to, because it's SDB1 is the partition. So of course you are making some very serious things here. So that's the sudo command is always, you are the root, you can destroy your system if you are giving out stupid commands. Be very careful. Let's hit enter. Warning, this will overwrite data on dev SDB1 irrevocably. At least the command gives you an idea what you're doing. Okay, so let's double check dev SDB1. Yes, dev SDB1 is what we are going to do here. And type uppercase yes. So you have to type yes with caps lock, like shout it. Yes! Great. Enter passphrase. So now we have to come up with a very, very secret passphrase. It should be very long. It should contain numbers and capital letters too. So, for example, a good passphrase is like long live the Queen 1995 and randomly capitalizing live, for example. So you should make up something that's easy to remember but hard to figure out. Maybe you can, long live hashtag % the Queen 1995 or something like that. So like just add some random characters in the middle somewhere. So so basically no brute forcing dictionary attack can figure this out if someone wants to, And it's also like having this kind of tricky things in your password or passphrase will also help you against the people who are trying to peek at your keyboard while you are typing in the passphrase. So they will just, they won't see exactly which was capitalized, which was not, when you type the number or just the shift the numbers to get like the special character. You know the drill. Yeah, you should know it. Most people don't do it, so that's why I'm talking that much about it. Even I don't do it properly sometimes, so yeah. Okay, now that we formatted this, now we can open the device, or open this lux formatted volume with the crypt setup open /dev/sdb1 and we will give it the name secret. So the exact syntax is here: crypt setup open. You give the device ID and the name you want to assign to this device. And of course, so here secret is the name we assigned, and SDB1 is what it's called in the system. So let's press enter, and we have to give the passphrase to open the volume. So what happens now is we have opened it, so let's SBLK here. You can see that secret is mapped on this partition, which is exactly what we wanted to have. So let's make a file system on it, because we don't have any file system. So we need to do sudo mkfs, make file system mkfs, ext4. We want to just regular Linux partition here. You can, do whatever file system you want here. Mapper secret. So this is going to be what is our unencrypted sudo device. So the virtual device, which is the encrypted version of our disk, is going to be under the mapper directory inside dev. So let's press an enter here. Did I press an enter here? Yeah. Okay. So allocating tables, writing journal tables, so etc., etc. So this is, we did the file system, and then we are going to, we can unmount and mount once to verify mapping is working as intended anyway, even if you are going to do it automatically, but now we are just going to do it manually. So we already opened our device. So let's just prepare a mount point for it, which is going to, we already have cd/media here. So I made this media directory here to get the shared disk. If you remember, we have an exFAT partition here, so we can use our that like kind of a shared storage between Linux and Windows and Mac OS or whatever. So I'm going to just make a sudo mkdir secret here. So now I have the secret directory, and I will sudo mount /dev/mapper/secret onto the mount point of media/secret. And let's see. So now if I ls, did I mount it there though? So why is this color different? Anyways, ls-l. Well, we have different, anyways, because I am not really sure what the colors mean here, but anyways, let's just cd into secret, and then let's just touch a file here. So of course permission denied because it is owned by root, because why not? I guess. So we need sudo touch try.txt, and now it's ls-l. Okay, we have the try.txt here, very good. Okay, so we can cd back to the root, and what we need to do, let's try sudo umount, for unmounting umount /dev/mapper/secret, and then sudo crypt setup close secret. So now we unmounted and closed down the partition. So you can see here we don't have the unencrypted partition here anymore. The virtual partition, which is unencrypted, is not there. It's only the real one, which is encrypted. So that's fine and dandy if you have root privileges and that you are the only person using that directory. Then maybe you can go inside the secret directory and make a directory for yourself, whatever. But let's think a little more general terms. Maybe you share this computer with other people, and some of the people you want to be able to use sudo just for these crypt setup things, and some people you don't even want to be able to use that. So some people, of course, you are the administrator, so you are allowed to use the sudo and take the role of the system administrator. And maybe you want to add another group, so we can make a group, sudo group add secret, and then sudo user mod -a -g secret, and I add myself to it. Nice micro. So now if I say groups nice micro, then you can see that I am in power wheel storage users secret. So now secret doesn't do anything yet. Wheel is the one that allows me to use the sudo command in general. Maybe I also, so we have Archie on our system, and so maybe we want to add Archie too. So now if I just ask what our groups Archie is in, so Archie is also in the secret group now, and now I would like to allow Archie to access the commands that he needs to mount, or at least unlock the encrypted partition and then to mount it. So I will have to go for vi sudo, which is the sudoers file. This must be edited with the vi sudo command as root. So don't screw this file up, because then you won't be able to sudo. So this file, if you remember from installing Arch, you edited this. So we have this privilege specification that root can do whatever, and also wheel people in the wheel group can also use any command as with the sudo command as root. So if you prefix your command with sudo, you will execute it as root, and if you are in the wheel group, it is allowed for you for every command. You could do this so that people in the wheel group don't need to enter a password, but entering a password is always better than not entering a password from a security perspective. Okay, so now we are going to enter, come on, it's a comment, the members of group secret can open and mount encrypted things. What is it? Encrypted partitions. And oh well, let's enter here the person sign for the group secret. And so what we have to enter here is, so all, because all hosts, so this works even if you are in kind of like a multi-computer environment which gets all the user authentication from like a central place. I have no idea how that works, but it seems to me that because you have to add this all equals, which is like on all hosts, all host names, all computers basically. Oh, what did I do? All equals, and you type in /usr/bin/. usr/mount and usr/bin/mount. So these are the /umount. What did I just do? Okay. Person secret all equals /usr/bin/mount, comma /usr/bin/umount. So you can also, so if you don't want them to be able to mount anything and unmount anything, then you can specify here by adding the parameters that we just had, like we want only to be able to mount /dev/mapper/secret and only to /media/secret, and then here also only just /dev/mapper/secret, and then of course what you else want to be able to open the crypt setup. So the crypt setup is also in usr/bin/crypt setup. Crypt setup open /dev/sdb1 secret, comma /usr/bin/crypt setup close secret. Okay, so we typed in everything here what we needed. So this line, it's a very long line, tells the sudo command that the members of the group called secret are allowed to use these commands, which are mount the dev mapper secret at the /media/secret place, and unmount the mapper/secret, and then also be able to open the SDB1 as secret, and crypt setup, they can use crypt setup to close that secret. Nothing else. These are very specific commands, and these are only allowed for the members of the secret group. So now let's type in WQ. So you have, so I didn't really tell you how to edit in VI or in Vim. The same thing, at least for these kind of things. So do that. You have to do it in the Vim way, and then :WQ to save and exit. So now we can probably log in with our Archie user and mount this directory. But what I want to do is first I want to set this up a little better for our two users. So let's sudo crypt setup /dev/mapper/secret. Crypt setup, sudo crypt setup open /dev/sdb1 secret. Passphrase. We enter the passphrase, it's going to decrypt it. And now let's mount. We are mounting dev/mapper/secret to /media/secret, and let's go into /media/secret. And so inside we should make two folders, maybe make 3 folders. So one, I will make a folder for nice micro, and then I will make one for Archie, and then I will make one for collaboration. Maybe they both want to have some files encrypted that they don't want the other to be able to access, and they also, maybe I also want them to have like a collaboration directory. So now if I'm going to this graphical file manager, so maybe it's, I can, you know, visualize it better what's going on. So in the media we have the secret folder, and in the secret folder we have Archie's folder. Everyone has access, but only root. So it's a root, it's the directory of root, but let's just say, take a look at like this. And of course everything is, we made all the folders and everything. Oh, and you can see try.txt is here, so it worked. We made this try.txt sometimes back in the future. Touch, yeah, we touched it and it's there. Very good. Okay, so what I want is, let's give Archie his folder here. So let's make, we are going to use ch own for modifying the owner of this folder, and it's going to be ch owns the username first, this is going to be root, no, it's going to be Archie, sorry, Archie secret, so secret group, and the folder name is going to be Archie. And so now you can see Archie in the secret group has the Archie folder, but I want no one, I don't want anyone to be able to access this except for Archie. So I will make it, maybe, you know, I don't want anyone else, or no, better yet, I can just put it in Archie. So now Archie has it, and it's only Archie's group, but it doesn't really matter. So I can just change the, because I'm going to change the permissions here to 70. Oh, damn. Sorry, numlock. I have to 700 for Archie. So now if I list it, so Archie has every thing allowed for him, but if I look at here, I as Nice Micro am not allowed to enter this folder. So this is what I'm going to do for Nice Micro too. So I will give the ownership of the Nice Micro folder to Nice Micro user in the Nice Micro group, and the folder name is of course Nice Micro, and also sudo chmod 700 Nice Micro. So you can see if I go here, I can enter my folder because I am Nice Micro, and I can see inside this folder. So what about a collaboration folder? So let's make it so that the owner is the root and the group is secret, and of course collab is the name of the directory. And so now if I'm taking a look here, I can see that it's root secret, but I'm in the secret group, so I can access files, but I cannot create new folders or new documents yet, because here the permissions for the collab directory does not include writing permissions for the group, so the secret group. So of course root has every right, and secret group has not every right yet. So let's issue the sudo chmod here 1770 for the collab. And now what happened? Let me check, what did I do wrong? This seems like the people in the secret group should be able to enter collab. Am I not member of the secret group yet? So yeah, probably I have to log out and log in back to make effect of me being in the secret group. Just log out, please. Oh, okay, it happened. Okay, so I log out, log back in. And excuse me for the delay. So now if I am opening my Nemo file manager and I'm going to file system and I'm going to media, so I did not unmount it, it's still mounted. I just logged in, logged out. Okay, now I can enter the collab. Okay. So now that I did that, why am I not using this function of open in terminal? See? ls-l. So what do we have here? So we have Archie, for which we gave the command chmod 700. So here you can see three things: read, write, execute. And of course, read, write, execute happens 3 times. First is this D is just because it's a directory. So read, write, execute for the Archie user, or let's see here, read, write, execute for the secret group for this one. This one has no read, no write, no execute for the Archie group, and nothing for the outsiders. So these are the people who are neither Archie and nor in the Archie group. So that 700 comes is because read access is 4, write access is 2, execute access is 1. So it's executing a folder is entering a folder, I guess. Writing a folder is modifying the contents of the folder, and read, I am not really sure. So folders usually have both read and execute. You can go and check out the Linux file permissions if you are interested. Anyways, so this is why 7 means read plus write plus execute is 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7, and 00 is when no writes are given. Okay, that's quite straightforward, and we did 1770 for the collab folder, which is the 7, and the 0 is okay. What is this T there? How is this interpreted? So this is the 1. It basically means that we give it like a sticky bit, or the deletion. You cannot delete. So, okay, so if you don't have this set, it's just 770, for example. So everyone from the secret group can enter that folder. And basically everyone can make a file or a folder here. So let's create a new document, and let's create a new folder. So when Archie comes in, he can enter, and even though I am, as Nice Micro, the owner, and I have only permission to, for example in this case, for this document, I have only read and write it, and anyone else can only just read my file, they can still delete it, unless this 177 is set up. So in this case, only you can delete your own files. Of course, if you make another folder inside, so let's cd collab ls-l, So if we are going into this file, so now we can see that the untitled folder has not checked this. So if I make a file inside here, then Archie will be able to delete this, but he won't be able to delete this one. So let's test this. So I will log my user out. So okay, let's go back here. Okay, so I want to test something else. So I also want to test if my other user can actually mount the file system. So for that, I will have to sudo umount /dev/mapper/secret, and then also sudo crypt setup close secret. Let's see. Okay, we removed the secret device, so let's log out. Let's log out. Let's log in for Archie. And let's change the display resolution. To something more palatable. Thank you very much. Keep this configuration, please be so kind. And then let's go for URXVT. And indulge me for a minute for and excuse me for this very small font size. So sudo crypt setup /dev/sdb1 secret. Oh, crypt setup open. And so sudo password for Archie, and now we can just enter the passphrase, and we can sudo mount dev/mapper/secret to /media/secret. Okay, so this seemingly worked. So if I go into Nemo, Filesystem, Media, Secret, and now here we are. We don't have this awesome, very nice and descriptive theme here, so here I cannot see that I'm not allowed to enter nice macros folder. But I can enter here. Can I delete this file? No, I cannot. Actually, I cannot delete or rename this file because it's not mine. But if I go to this folder, I still cannot delete it. Oh, because it's, yeah, because this one is for only nice macro. So let's create a new folder, and I can change the permissions here for the secret group. So I want everyone in the secret group to be able to create and delete files, read and write files. That's going to be very nice. So now I can create an empty document here, like collaboration. I can write a line here. This is Archie. Save it. This one I cannot enter, so I cannot, even if I enter this is Archie, I don't have any permission to work with this file. Okay, so here let me create a new document. just for the purpose. So I changed the permission here for the secret group, and I am saying that the secret group has read-only. Okay, so let's write and quit. Let's log out from this user, and then let's log back for our convenient nice micro account where we have everything we need. So we know now, we can see that Archie, as the member of the secret group, could actually could actually mount the file system and could act as a member of the secret group. And now I'm going back, so here in Collab you can see like test2 is Archie's. I can only read this one, and here we have collaboration. So this one is, why is it Archie? Is it mine? It's mine. I probably did not change the permissions properly here. I can still open it and I can see it's Archie. So let's just log back in for Archie for a second. We are jumping in and out of users. So if I go with the media / secret and then I go into collab ls-l cd test ls-l, yeah, you will. Okay, I need to own this for Archie secret and collaboration is the file. Yeah, okay, and I also have to chmod 770 collaboration. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, I don't need 7, I need 660 for this. Because I don't want it to be executable. Yeah, that's it. And now, I should be able to modify this as nice micro. Let's see. Let's see if I can indeed do that. So let's go to the file manager here and file system and media and secret and collab, and now in test collaboration and yes, I could edit this, I could delete this because this folder allows me to do anything, and it does not have all these sticky things like this file because it's read-only for the secret group. So I am not allowed to delete this because this collab directory has the sticky bit set up for it. Okay, that's very nice and very neat, but one thing you should still keep in mind is that in this case So you have to know the same passphrase. Both of you have to use the same passphrase, which is extremely not secure because so when you're unlocking the device, it will ask for passphrase. So you have to make a passphrase that both every user can equally well remember, and they won't tell anyone else, which is not really good. But fortunately, locks can help us with this problem. We can have multiple keys set up for this, so I can go to my terminal emulator here, and what I can do is, of course, I need sudo because it's crypt, set up locks, add key and locks, capital A add and capital K key, and /dev /sdb1. I guess I will have to mount it. Okay, so first I need to add any existing passphrase, and then I can add any new kind of passphrase. Which is going to be verified sooner or later. Because how this works, so actually the disk is encrypted with a random key, and the random key is encrypted with the passphrase. So this random key can be encrypted by multiple passphrases, fortunately, so multiple users can decrypt the same partition with different keys, and locks also gives you the ability to basically have up to 8 different passphrases for the same device, and you can also revoke passphrases and issue new passphrases. And of course, that's why you don't just allow sudo crypt setup for anyone else. You just want to keep the ability to be issue keys and revoke keys by yourself. So if someone does not have the ability to run this command with sudo, then they won't, even if they know one passphrase, because the only thing you need to know any existing passphrase to be able to change any other passphrase. So that's why the system administrator should be the only one who has access to this command. And of course, there are other options. So the disk is encrypted with a randomly generated key. So that means that the randomly generated key is actually the only thing that's needed for you to unlock the disk. So some people suggest that you actually get this randomly generated key, look it, write it down on a piece of paper, put it in a physical safe where it's physically unavailable for anyone else, hide it well, and in case you forget your passphrase, you can use that master key to unlock the device. So these are things you have to consider. You can just read up on the R-Wiki on how to use these encryption, decryption things, and you will be able to use it. I just showed you the commands, how to do it. I was trying to test out some options, what you can do. You can do a lot of things with it. But most of the people will use this, I think, with a computer with only they use, or if anyone else uses, they don't want the other people to be able to look at the encrypted things there. So I guess we have basically covered the most important things. Don't forget to read up on things. Also, don't forget that once you've mounted the file system, you can have this kind of defense that every folder in this file system is basically under lock and key. So you can have like folders in here which are only available for you, no one else. And then even if you forget to unmount and someone else logs in, they won't be able to use it. It won't defend. If you forget to log out, even just leave your computer there like this, then anyone will be able to come into your little directory and create their incriminating documents about you. So don't do that. Be very mindful when you are using these things. Encryption in itself does not protect you from everything, but it's a good tool which you should know how to use. And now, after the 57-minute mark, I say goodbye. I bid farewell. Bye. Bye, I guess. See you in another video sometimes in the future.